Hello, Christian women entrepreneurs. I just want to come on here live real quick and talk to you a little bit about limiting beliefs. If you actually, before I start, if you are catching this live, go ahead and say hi in the comments because I love to see who's here live. If you're catching the replay, go ahead and type hashtag replay. Whether you're live or watching the replay, it's all going to be valuable. So I have been on some calls with various women in the last couple weeks, and this idea of limiting beliefs, obviously, like it never goes away. So it's really specifically been coming up, and I wanted to just come on here and share with you a little bit about kind of just a tool or strategy that you can use to start working through your limiting beliefs. Um, so the number one thing that you want to do when you are recognizing that you're having limiting beliefs is you want to get them out of your head. Um, Hi from Alaska. Okay, I'm probably gonna pronounce this wrong. Makove? Makove, did I say that right? Well, good to have you on the live. Sorry if I butchered your name. But great to have you here from Alaska. Ooh, I'm south of you in Washington State. That's kind of south, right? Um, so the first thing you want to do is get them out of your head because when you have thoughts in your head, like they're very, very believable. And I listened to this coach, Samantha Siffring, and she had this great analogy. Trying to work on your thoughts and do thought work um, while the thoughts are still in your head is like trying to clean a spoon when it is still in soup. So you have to remove the spoon from the soup before you can clean the spoon. And that's the same idea with the thoughts inside your head. You need to pull them out before you can actually clean them up or work on them. So the first thing you want to do is you want to write them down or get them out of your head, talk with a coach to work through them. But really, like if it's just you and you want to do some thought work or self coaching, like write it down. And so the process that I actually, told one of the women I was on a call with to do is take a piece of paper. The first thing you want to do is write down one of your limiting beliefs. The next thing you want to write down is the new belief that you want to change it to and start working to believe. And then the third thing you want to write down is all of the evidence that that new belief is true. So, and the reason why like you can't do this in your head, like your brain, like whatever's inside your head, your brain is going to say like, oh, this is true, and it's going to find the evidence that it's true. So if you keep these limiting beliefs inside your head, your brain is always searching for evidence that what's in here is true. So that's why it's so important to pull it out, because if you are constantly having the limiting belief that like I'm not good enough, I'm not the expert, I can't do this, your brain is literally seeking out all the evidence that you can't do it, you are not the expert, you're going to fail. Whereas if you replace that and you're like, no, I can do this and I am successful and these are the ways, like your brain's going to find all the evidence that you are the expert and you know what you're doing and you can be successful because you've been successful in the past. So you really like this is going to change so much of who you are and how you'll notice like your thoughts are changing if you actually take the time to do this work. So it's a very like it's a quick three-step process. Write that limiting belief, write the new belief that you want to work toward, and all the evidence that that new belief is true. And keep every time that limiting belief comes up, keep doing that. Like write it down, get it out, replace it with that new belief that you want to think. Hi, Angela. Good to have you here. Makove, I'm glad you said I did it right. I don't know if I did it right the second time I just said it. Yes, get the thoughts out of your head to clean them up. Absolutely. So uh, if you, yeah, beliefs. Okay. So beliefs and thoughts. So a belief, just remember like a belief is something that can be changed, right? Like you get to choose your beliefs. So if you don't like the ones you have right now, you can change them by choosing different ones. And so it's really important to recognize where you're believing things that aren't serving you, right? You always want to go back to the idea of, okay, if I can choose whatever thoughts I want to choose, why am I going to choose thoughts that aren't serving me? Like, I'm not good enough, I'm not an expert, and thoughts that compare myself to other people. Like, those aren't going to get you where you want to go. So, you get to choose your thoughts. So, you can simply choose different ones. And there are two things I like to say around thoughts. One, and I get this from another coach of mine, Stacey Bayman, said, like, there's no thought police. So there's no police out there like policing the thoughts you think. And so since there's no thought police, you can think whatever you want to think. Like, remember that when you have all these yucky thoughts, you're like, wait a second, I can think whatever I want to think. I don't have to think these things. I don't have to think, like, even if it's true, even if you're like, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm just starting my business, and the truth is I have 0 clients or I've made 0 money. Like, even if that is true, like the data is that you have made $0, like, does that thought serve you to think that thought? Absolutely not. It does not serve you in any way to think I have 0 clients or I've made 0 money in my business. So choose thoughts that are going to serve you and going to get you to the result of making that money and having clients, right? Those are different thoughts. Those aren't the thoughts of I've made no money or I have no clients, right? So change your thoughts. There are no thought police. And then another thing I like to associate when it comes to thoughts is thoughts. You can try on thoughts like you try on clothes. And so if you try on a thought and you're like, I don't really like that thought, right? So we try on thoughts, and limiting beliefs are thoughts, right? Limiting thoughts. They do not look good on us. It does not look good to have the thought, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm talking about. Nobody wants to work with me. No one wants what I have to offer. Like, those don't look good on you. That's like putting on like a muumuu and you like have no figure and no shape, even though it might be comfortable, right? And that's a great example. It's like a muumuu. Muumuus are comfortable, and a muumuu is just like a shapeless dress. It's just a dress that's doesn't have a shape. I don't know if you all call them muumuus, but that's what they're called around here. So a shapeless dress, like, it might be super comfortable and cozy, which a lot of times, like, these old thoughts are very comfortable because we're used to them. It's comfortable to sit in the I don't know how, because then you're not taking that action, because action is often uncomfortable, right? So we want to take off those thoughts that don't serve us, get rid of the muumuu, even though it's comfortable, and find a wardrobe of thoughts that you feel good in, that bring up your confidence, that make you feel passionate about what you're doing, so that you want to show up and you want to take those actions that are going to get you the results that you want. Okay, so that is what I have to say about limiting beliefs and how to start working through them and changing them. And if you are ready to take this work deeper, I would love to help you do that. I am a business mindset coach, and I work all the time with my clients on mindset and just changing their mind and thinking thoughts that are going to serve them and get the results that they actually do want. So if that's you and you're ready, then let's hop on a discovery call. And you can do that at chrisannicole.com/book my call. And I will drop that link in the comments. And yeah, we can start changing those limiting beliefs. I'm writing it right now. Book. Sometimes I sing when I type. Book my call. Awesome. There's a link. You can sign up for your discovery call, and we can figure out what thoughts you're thinking that aren't serving you and figure out how we can get you the results that you want by changing your mindset and getting you thinking thoughts that serve you. All right. So I love you all. I'm just going to check the comments real quick. Katie said, so good. My big ones are thoughts of overwhelm, like I have too much to do, I can't do this, etc. Want to work on those. Yes, honestly, like, write them out. Like, those thoughts that are overwhelming you. So overwhelm is your feeling, but you want to get back to those thoughts. Like, what are the thoughts that are causing that? And that is like the thought that you said, I have too much to do. Do you really have too much to do? And if you do, like, write down all the things you have to do, and then decide, like, okay, what's actually important? What do I actually need to do? right? So sometimes as entrepreneurs, like we're focusing on non-money making activities in our business when we shouldn't be doing that at all. And you're like, if you're spending time on a website, but there's like no traffic going to your website, why are you spending all that time on your website? It's not going to make you money because nobody's going there, right? So you want to make sure like you see like the tasks that you are filling your time with, and are those actually revenue creating tasks? Because sometimes they're not, and you're like thinking you have to do them, and it's causing you a lot of overwhelm. So write it out, get it out on paper so you can see like, okay, I'm obviously feeling feelings in my body and they're not bad, but let's find the thoughts, let's get it out. I also say like do a brain dump, get it out of your head so you can process things. It's so hard to organize things up here. Another analogy I use, because I love analogies and I think we learn really well with analogies, it's why I use them, and that is like, you do not like look in your unorganized closet and keep everything in there and try to organize it. You pull everything out of that closet. You get rid of the things that you're like, this is garbage. I don't know why we even have this. This is Goodwill. Okay, these things are going to be organized. You maybe go to the store, buy some organizational bins that you want. You come back, you organize all that stuff and put it back in the closet. That's the same thing with your brain. You have to pull it out so you can see what you have, get rid of the junk, get rid of the stuff that you're like, this does not serve me. Maybe get some tools like a coach and some coaching tools to help you reorganize it, package it how you want it to look so it's all nice and neat, and then put it back. And it's all beautiful. And it's not a one-time thing because it gets disorganized again as you use it. So you pull it out, you purge some stuff, and you go again. And that's okay. And that's the process. And that's how the mind works. That's how like our physical environment works when we're cleaning. And so, you know, start working on these tools that I gave you. If you are just hopping on and you missed this, watch it from the beginning because it's really good and valuable. And again, if you're ready to do that work and go deeper, let's hop on a call and let's get you to where you want to go. Okay. So I look forward to chatting with more of you soon. And I love you all. Have a good rest of your day, evening, morning, whatever time it is for you. All right. And if you want to book a call, the link is in the comments. All right. Bye.